What's going on, everybody? Beveragy here, and we are checking out Jagwar Twins' new single, I Like to Party. I was incredibly impressed by his album, which I heard recently, and that's Subject to Flooding. But he's got a new project coming out. We've checked out Down to You, which was the first single from that, and that was my introduction to Jagwar Twin, and what an introduction it was, being someone that has had a void, I would say, as far as like music of a certain type of message. I would say that Jagwar Twin has really filled that void. But what's interesting about him is it's not just that. He really covers kind of everything that I feel like someone who's worked on self-reflection really needed in his life. So I've been really thankful to have Jagwar Twin's music in my life because of that. Down to You gave me so much of that. Subject to Flooding gave me so much of that, obviously, over the course of a full album, and that makes me that much more excited to listen to I Like to Party and see what he does with this. The tone of that title makes it sound pretty positive, but he tends to do that, where he has this title and it's like somewhat simple, it seems somewhat straightforward, but there's so much to unpack from the song itself. He did that with Happy Face and Loser, and just like a lot of his tracks over and over again, Down to You. So I'm really curious to see what we get from this. And without further ado, I say we just jump in, guys. I Like to Party, Jagwar Twin. Let's check it out. Oh my God. What? Okay, all right, before he starts going here, I want to touch on the fact, first of all, wow, that comes in so hard. Wow. Not the first time he's done that to me, by the way. He does this thing where his songs might have a couple seconds of a sound, and then boom, that sound is changed on you. It's something completely different, and that just is what happened there. This already has this theme of togetherness. Like he said, I like to party, but he makes sure he says with all of my friends. And there's a consistent message of togetherness that's on all of his music, constantly and consistently. Togetherness. And we're getting that already just off of like the first few moments of I Like to Party. Okay, let's keep going, because he opens like that, and now I know he's got some words coming up. Wow. And my heart is like racing super fast because of that opening.
A new direction, effect in the stadium, man. Give me attention, the people are man. Running around like chickens with no head, in circles they go. Looking like Charles Dickens on me, deaf the tale was told. So 1, 2, 3. A new direction, effect in the stadium, man. Give me attention, the people are man. A new direction, effect in the stadium, man. Give me attention.
A new direct and affect the state of your mind. Ooh.
A new direction, effect in the stadium, man. Give me attention, the people are man. Running around like chickens with no head, in circles they go. Looking like Charles Dickens on me, deaf the tale was told. So 1, 2, 3, 4, follow me. To the beat of my drum, sing along with me. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, follow me. Lock up your door, get on the floor. I like to party with all of my friends. We don't go outside, we stay in and pretend that we're in the
Okay. Wow. So I think that with Jagwar Twin, it's always much deeper. So that state of your mind reference, that chicken running around in circles like chicken with no heads. This isn't just about like going to a club and partying. Because and this is because I listened to like all his music prior to this. This is literally coming together, and he's saying like inside, like we come inside together, we ignore everything going on outside. He's very specific to say that, and I think he's talking about, because I've heard him talk about like social media influence and what that does to you, and like lyrics like seeing people hitting home runs while you're bunting, like a lot of influence stuff that you might see, like probably misinformation is another thing too, which is another huge thing, the push of misinformation. I think he's saying like let's ignore everything going on, like all this noise. That's literally what it is. It's noise, it's misinformation, it's noise, it's just a lot of nonsense, and we need to ignore that. Let's come together and let's just have a good time. Let's party. And like in that sense, it's more of it's kind of like, let's focus on the truth. Let's focus on each other. Like let's be one. Let's come together finally and just be one, and stop listening to this and listening to that, and letting this cloud like what the truth actually is. And like if we come together, it's a party. It's a good time, as opposed to like constant fighting and bickering and like disagreeing and I mean, a lot of it's kind of self-explanatory if you existed last year or for the last year, and just a lot of the just terribleness, for lack of a better word, that's been going on, a lot of the hate and a lot of just like combat within like each other, which is the worst part. And that's what he's exactly saying, is like, let's push against that and ignore everything that's making us butt heads in that way, and just party inside, not outside, where all the noise is actually happening. Okay, I know that's a lot to say based on that, but he's been so consistent with his themes and messages that it makes me feel like we are going in somewhat of that direction. Let's keep going. Yeah.
Zoom. So I zoom every day. Television on the news, devil's food is a cake. We don't want them away. Fake a truth with a lie, then we sell them the cake.
Zoom. Talking about like all we did was Zoom. That was the method of communication. Now he's talking about here, like he's literally talking about the news and the lies.
Devil's food is a cake. We don't want them away. Fake a truth with a lie, then we sell them the cake. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Bake the truth with a lie and we sell them a cake. Like you're mixing lies and truth, baking them together, like that's the cake. This is so dope. And not only that, just like the sound of the song is so dope. He did something with this.
We don't want them away. Fake a truth with a lie, then we sell them the cake. So 1, 2, 3, 4, follow me to the beat of my drum, sing along with me. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, follow
Come on, man.
Lock up your door, get on the floor. I like to party with all of my friends, but we don't go outside, we stay in and pretend that we're in the club. Let's see you clap your hands. Yeah, we're in the club. Let's see you. I like to party with all of my friends, but we don't go outside, we stay in and pretend that we're in the club. Let's see you clap your hands. Yeah, we're in the club. Let's see you. All I wanna do is zoom. Devil waking up to claim the kingdom. People waking up to claim what's in them. Heaven is within your heart, the kingdom. You're the kingdom. You're the kingdom.
It's you. You're the kingdom. The devil tries to, and it's like symbolic. He's not necessarily preaching religion here. It's just like like the symbolism term he uses it in. But like him saying you're the kingdom, like ultimately you can ignore that those devilish noise and lies that are being like pushed on you, or that mix of truth and lies, as he says, in the form of a cake. You can ignore all that and realize that ultimately you're the kingdom. Like you're the one in charge. If you come together, like it's literally all of us. That can like be the actual truth. And I really love that, and especially when you have it amongst like such a positive sound like in this song here.
Heaven is within your heart, the kingdom. You're the kingdom. You're the kingdom.
And heaven is within your heart, which is direct opposite to that devil term.
Heaven is within your heart, the kingdom. You're the kingdom. You're the kingdom.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
I like to party with all of my friends, but we don't go outside, we stay in and pretend that we're in the club. Let's see you clap your hands. Yeah, we're in the club. Let's see.
That's so cool too, because he's saying we interrupt this to bring you this important message. Usually that would be followed by like some nonsense news stuff, and it's like No, this is what I'm going to interrupt you with. I'm going to give you this message. I like to party with all my friends because we're going to be the ones that are the kingdom. Again. Man. Wow. Okay, what else is there to say about this guy? First of all, this is put the message aside for a second. Let's throw that away to the side, even though it's totally important. This is a banger. It's a banger. It's just a banger. That's the only way to put it. It's an absolute banger. The bass on this song, wow. This is a song I'm going to have to throw on in the car. That might even be dangerous with just how heavy the bass is in here, especially towards the end, but throughout the whole song. I just love, like, he always incorporates these fantastic messages across these great, like, instrumentals that just bang and go hard. And even if they don't go as hard, you still get that message and you still get a great song with a great melody. He does that constantly. And I love that he uses music to whether he's trying to bring people together or just giving you like a message from his own perspective. Like that's the only way he really goes about his music. And I really, really enjoy that. There's nothing empty there ever. There's always something to unravel. And I've enjoyed that in every aspect of everything I've listened to from Jagwar Twins. So I'm going to continue to be a fan and look forward to this album that's coming out, this project that's coming out. Because these first two drops from Down to You, It's I Like to Party, man, wow. I don't think I could be more excited. And I hope you're all excited too. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And yeah, I'll see you all so soon. Peace. What's going on, everybody? Beveraji here. And today I'm very excited to be diving into Jagwar Twins' debut project. This is called Subject to Flooding. That is already an incredibly interesting title to me. Also, I find it much more interesting being that we've heard the first track actually, which is Long Time Coming, and in the music video he is submerged in water at one point or a couple points to open and end that video. So that's something that I did not even think about until like this actual very second as I sat here and just looked at this here. But yeah, I'm really excited. Also looking at this Long Time Coming and having heard Down to You, those are kind of two epic sounding songs in the nature of the sonics of each of those songs. So I'll be curious to see like if that's going to be a pattern or if that was like a coincidence between those two songs. I don't know. We'll see. Either way, I've become such a big fan so quickly. I just have really enjoyed the touching on like that self-reflection aspect, which I feel like I don't get a lot in a lot of the music that I listen to. So yeah, you need that. You need that in your musical palette and life. So let's just dive into it without further ado. Like I said, I'm excited. Like I said, Long Time Coming is the first track. We've already heard it, but we're going to listen to it again because we like to get the full story of each album. It's so peaceful. It's ironic because it's so peaceful, but that it just like punches you in the face. The song is so good. And that's it. Even that opening is just so interesting because it's so peaceful to the extreme, right? There's almost like a meditative state to it, and then it gets so huge so quickly, and we don't turn back. Well, we're all the same. We're all the same. Oh. Yeah. I feel like this song belongs in a movie, like a really, really epic movie, like a really epic scene. Whatever that scene is, I don't know, but just something really epic. Oh, man, I love his voice right there on that, the way it trails off there. Ah, right there. It's not only like self-reflective, it's also like inspirational when you get to that part right there, and I know we ain't never running. There's so many like aspects to it that make it multi-layered in that way too, that I find so fascinating, along with like the epicness of the sound. Yeah. God. Ew. I just love that part. And then we go back into that, though, more of those meditative sounds towards the end, with the drown out of the melody that was incorporated into the song. And like, I also just love that he really showed off the vocal chops there. He's just showing you like, hey, by the way, this is what I can do. You know, we live for that on this channel. Also, I got the merch, and I have been wearing this hoodie for probably a disgusting amount of hours total since I've gotten it. It's so sick. It's so sick. There's nothing else to it. All right. Dream is track 2. And we haven't heard any of these. No. So I'm very excited. So let's do this. Interesting, because he's talking about in Long Time Coming, this one's for the dreamers, and now we start this off like spelling out dream. You got a dream. Wow. Okay. That drum pattern is so solid. He does things so different, because like you have that drum pattern, it's kind of marching bandy, like as it's going, like it hits you, but you're like, yeah, I kind of know where this is going. And then there's those weird sounds, and it's like, oh wait, no, I did not know where this was going. It's such a change from what I actually expected. It's like almost like it takes you back a little, but like in a really good way. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, small crimes will do our time, doing everything our own way. Like, talking about, I feel like we're talking about to get to this, to get to your dream, whatever that is, like you, but to do it in your own way, even if you have to do those small crimes and do those small times for those small crimes, and whatever like the symbolism for that is in your own situation, you do that to do it your own way. And I really enjoy that as well. And I also just really like when it's about to get back into this chorus, that really super faded like dream sound, and the way he delivers it is just so, I'm already getting a vibe for the really different things that he likes to do with his music. See it right there. Yeah. 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 He's a super inspirational guy I'm catching on to now between these 3 songs here. I'm just getting lots of just inspirational vibes, and it's like also coming from a place where it's not like preach to you. It's like come along with me and like to like learn what you can from me, but at the same time like I'm still learning kind of vibe, which is the best way you want that to be like relayed to you. And that's the vibe I get in all these songs so far. Which I just, like I said, like there's not a lot of music that I listen to that has those types of tones to them, and I need that. I need that. I think every person needs that. Add those vocals back there. Man. Man, I almost wanted like another 10 seconds of that little sound he threw in there towards the end. Those vocals that he was doing back there, like the faded runs and riffs he was doing back there in the background during that last edge of the chorus there, was exactly what it needed to, and he gave us that. So, loving everything. All right, let's do track 3. This is Loser. Different vibe already from what I've gotten all the songs I've heard. Whoa. That's nice. It's really nice. Okay, I already have an opinion on where he's going, and I'm gonna wait on that one. But he's saying just like you, but then he's also saying, you're watching television, like everyone's the same. Like that's literally what he was getting at in Long Time Coming. So again, like this is something I talked about where there's a very consistent theme and message with a lot of his music here, and I love the touch on all of that. But let's see where he goes because we did just start.
I'm a loser, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wait, what?
Just like you. Just like you.
This is a jail.
I'm a loser, yeah, yeah, yeah. Just like you. Just like you. Click on your clock radio.
Click on your clock radio. Like, he didn't even have to say it, but he's saying like, I wake up just like you.
California, Mexico, you know I love you the most. I will lose it, baby, just like you.
Okay.
Baby, I'm a loser, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh man, this is really good.
Like you, just like you. Baby, I'm a loser, yeah, yeah, yeah.
This is a bop.
Just like you, just like you.
Just like you. I love that.
Think the world's gone insane.
Isn't that ironic too? Like, he's saying we're all losers, but the irony is that talking about like, I've got sunshine in my mind. That could be another callback to the whole idea of long time coming and like working through that darkness inside of you. Almost saying that like there's that sunshine behind all of that darkness, but they're separate songs. But it's just like ironic because he's saying I'm a loser just like you, and it's like, hey Jagwar, so everybody's like, no, me too. And but the way he's singing it is so kind of positive, and there's like such a positive inflection in the way his like vocals are carrying throughout that chorus, and then also just the sound of the song is just so like just light tones and just happy vibes. So there's like an irony to using that term loser, even though he's absolutely saying like, again, we are all the same. Oh, I love that choice.
Just like you,
Yeah.
just like you.
He could have done that a lot. You hear that a lot in songs. So you get to that last edge of the chorus, or you get to a bridge at the end of the bridge, and you strip everything back. But you just have like one vocal. I love that he layered it so heavily because he took the instruments away, but layered it so like it's still a change. Like I just, oh my god, it was such a good choice.
Baby, I'm a loser, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Just like you.
Oh, I like that a lot. I'm gonna have a hard time picking favorites on here, but we're here for the whole thing. So, Good Day, track 4. I like that one a lot. Okay, again, this is very Long Time Coming was the most like this, where I was like, this belongs in a movie. But this already, I feel like I'm watching a film, like the beginning of a score to a film that's opening up right now. That's exactly how I feel with this so far.
Woke up and I think today's gonna be a good day. I
What?
just wanna spend it with you. Woke up and I think today's gonna be a good day.
Wow.
I just wanna spend it with you.
I didn't expect this.
Can't kill my vibe, la 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 la.
Wait, what?
Kill my vibe, la 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 la.
That's such a cool melody.
Woke up and I think today's gonna be a good day. I just wanna spend it with you.
I love the back-to-back songs talking about the directly referencing waking up. Like, he, again, even though he's talking about I want to spend it with you, so this is the first song I've heard from his that might be going the direction of a love song. I don't know. Yeah, it could just be it could just be like another, like, we'll see where it goes because it just started. But even talking about waking up, like, that is part of being able to relate to other people, and like, there is some inspirational tonalities in that as well. But yeah, we'll see where it goes. But again, I really love this melody so far. I didn't expect this kind of like sort of beat from him from what I've heard so far, but I shouldn't be surprised because everything's been so different so far.
She never been about the nightlife.
What?
Little dinner with the white wine. Me stand on the skyline.
This is so different.
On the flyby.
What?
Cause I nothing almost 3 years. But now we're getting to the peak years.
What's this?
With the ski gear. I don't ski, but I look fresh. Today's gonna be a good day. Spending the money that I should save.
Come on.
And it's only Tuesday. Don't understand how you do things.
This is so good.
Have a little fun, take a day off.
Yeah.
Have no money now, it's sunny out and everything's okay.
Oh, no.
Woke up and I think today is gonna be a good day. I just wanna spend it with you.
I really like this a lot.
Woke up and I think today is gonna be a good day.
He's using a lot of like R&B, like R&B alternative R&B influence in this song. Like a lot of it, and like progressive R&B, and especially with that little effect right there. But with the whole song, and that's just like a vibe I didn't expect. I guess just because of what I had gotten up till now. But he is crushing this.
I just wanna spend it with you. Can't kill my vibe, la 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 la. Won't kill my vibe, la 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 la.
Yeah.
Woke up and I think today is gonna be a good day.
Yeah.
I just wanna spend it with you. So when I break it down. We take it to the ground. Full blast with the sound. No time for the clowns. I'm on the wavy, I could care less. Not being baby out of Paris. Whole crew on a terrace. I might jump cause I feel untouchable. 2 days.
Might jump from the terrace because I feel untouchable. Obviously, like that's like he's speaking, tongue in cheek there. But he's just about the mood that he's in, because he just wants to spend this day with you. Like this is just how he feels about this person, and you both just worked so hard and done so much to get to this point. Like let's just go enjoy it. Let's go enjoy it because we paid our crimes and did our time. So like there's a lot of this is why I love doing the full albums, because a lot of stuff just ties in together. Even the talking about the sunshine, and that goes back to talking about the sunshine inside of all of us, and just the idea of waking up. Yeah. Those runs back there. I love that little vocal back there. I just want to spend it with you. So happy. Oh, come on, this is so cool. That's such a cool ending. Okay, all right. A couple of things about this. This might be my favorite song I've heard from him, which is obviously, anyone that's watched the channel knows I'm like a huge R&B fan, right? So yeah, I'm biased. Like that's the truth. It is what it is. So yeah, this having all of those elements and the vocals back there, it's like he was meant to make that kind of music. That's how seamless this was. But at the same time, that's saying a lot that this might be my favorite, because I really, really have loved like the songs I've heard before this, particularly a couple of them, which we'll wait till the end to get to. But like I said, this was seamless. He killed this. It's almost like he could do a whole album like this. But I want to say one thing. As someone who is a huge fan of R&B, there's a lot of songs like this, as far as the message of them. Just like talking about wanting to spend time with someone. And even if it be for a day and go away with them for a weekend or whatever. And like his version of being on like cloud nine is like jumping off the terrace. Like that's how great he feels about all of this. And there's other, and in those kinds of songs, there's other versions of those lyrics. But he like had his own version. What I really, really enjoy, like I said, as someone who listens to a lot of that kind of music, with a lot of that kind of messaging, sometimes, and it's just the truth of the situation, when I listen to a lot of that kind of music, not always, depends on the artist, the lyrics don't really resonate with me. I guess I might just be listening to it for sound and sonic. Depends on who the artist is, once again, because it's not the case it's different in every situation. And they don't resonate with me because it's like, all right, like I don't know if this is how you really feel. You know, I've been following you for a bit, and you know, I've heard this same song and dance. I don't know, but you know, I'm still gonna listen because I really enjoy this. You know, you made a great song, so that's cool. And even if I've heard the same song and dance, I don't know. Sometimes this lyric doesn't always match up with maybe what you might represent, so it doesn't really matter. That's a whole different subject. But I want to say that like I believed every word I was hearing in this song from him, and it's because of what I've heard from him before that. Like the stuff that he's sung about, the messages he's gone about delivering in his music, how he like incorporated little hints of that in this song as well, which it wouldn't have even like hit me if I listened to the song outside of this album and never heard anything else by him. It wouldn't have hit me, but it hit me because I've already heard the 4 songs I heard before this song, and it's like, yeah, like there's still hints of his other stuff in here, and at the same time, it's like a totally different vibe. But like this is so believable because this is kind of what Jagwar Twin, like this is the kind of, I guess, positivity, for lack of a better word, that he pushes, and it's like I'm like vibing to an extra degree because it's like, yeah, Jagwar, I can totally picture you like waking up and going off with a lover for a weekend and doing all these things, just having like the greatest time. That's a real thing. Man, all right. Yeah, it just makes the song hit that much more. So let's go to Superhuman, an interlude. This is 22 seconds. So let's see what we do with those 22 seconds. Really quick on that last point. I think it's a direct reflection of the person more than anything. There's no other way to put it. All right, let's go.
The kingdom of God is within man, not one man nor a group of men, but in all men, in you. You, the people, have the power. The power to create machines, the power to create happiness. You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. Let us use that power. Let us all unite.
He is, if nothing else, just incredibly consistent. I don't need to break that down. That interlude just made perfect sense following what it just followed with all these songs here. All right, blends right into Superhuman, track 6. Those drums are back from kind of Dream, but a bit slower. Okay. Oh yeah. Straps. All his songs are produced and mixed so well. Like everything's so tight. Decisions are made so smart. The drops come in at the right time. Whether it's a second late or a second early, it just all makes so much sense. And I have not enjoyed anything so far from what I've heard from this guy. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, ain't gonna be no face in the crowd. No ceiling on our roof. Two pretty much parallel lyrics there. That can go back to like Dream. That can go back to Down to You even, which I know came out 2 years after this album, more or less. I really like that line a lot. Ain't gonna be no face in the crowd. Ain't got no ceiling on the roof. I like those like group of lyrics right there a lot. Yeah. Oh, this is. Vocal back. All of us. Oh, he brought it back. He got me. Ooh. That's so different. Oh, mom, man. That's so heavy. Man, again, inspiration much? Like inspiration much? It's a pattern, but it's like not such an obvious pattern because the sounds of the songs are so different. So we're halfway through, and we covered quite a few albums on the channel, and I'm trying to, especially during this song coming off of Good Day, I am trying to think of an album, and I can't. I really can't think of an album that has bended genres more than this one on its own. I've like, wow, yeah. I can't think of one. Like I've gone through half the album and we're in a lot of different places musically, but yeah, it's all making perfect sense because he's got those themes consistently carrying out through the album. I just love that so much. Okay, let's go to track 7. Move to You. This is like a whole experience. I'm just gonna say this is again very scory, very like it's the second time, long time coming, more like as a whole, but the second time after long time coming, was it Loser? I want to say I gotta check though. No, it was Good Day. So Good Day and Now Move to You both feel like they are a score opening a film. It's exactly how they both feel. And I don't know why that's so interesting to me, but it is. Okay, let's go back to Move to You. Yeah. Totally. Let me let him finish this line before I touch on that, because wow. Love's a question, not an answer from above. Love's a question not to choose. If my brain is like exploding right now. I know what that means, but it's so deep that what it does is just make you sit here and think about all the times you've loved. That's what that does.
Something like a feeling, something hard to show.
Yeah.
Something to believe in, something that I know. Even if the stars are out of place, even if we're lost along the way, I can hear your heartbeats and move.
I want that delivery on Heart again. That just hit me in a different way.
Even if we're lost along the way, I
Yeah. Okay, that all right. I love this a lot, and this works. So you can only use those na na nas to move your melody, to move your chord. In my opinion, to move your chorus along effectively, like as a sound. And it's when it's a sound that sounds so good, like, and then you have a great melody. You have to have a great melody, number one. But number two, you've had to have lyrics previous to those that really just hit and really got the point across, like very much got the point across, and that's what he did. That's exactly what he did here, giving his message on his love for someone here, whomever that person might be. He got that message across quite clearly, even though there's a lot of thought that you can put into what he's saying and why he might be saying it. And yeah, and then you go into those na-na-nas after that, and now you're just tranced, because now you just got hit with what he was saying, and you're like thinking so hard about like, wow, like this is a hell of a love right here, and then you just get put into the trance of these really nice na-na-nas and this great melody and a great love song. Kid. Yeah. Wait, did he just add different lyrics to that same? Hold on, Jagwar. Roy. Hold on. Because now we gotta go lyrics. First verse. Love's a question, not an answer from above. Which is why I was pointing my finger to the sky when he started this second verse here, but no, he went a different direction. Love's a question, not an answer from above. Love's a question that you choose. That made me think hard enough. Okay, love's a question that you choose, because like, it's still a question, which he's repeating for the second time, and it always is, because you never know where it's gonna go, right? You want it to go one way, but you don't know, and you're still choosing it, even though it's a question. And there's like an irony to that, because it's like, why would you choose that? It's a question, like you could get hurt, but you still choose it, even though it's a question. So he goes from those lyrics: love's a question, not an answer from above. Love's a question that you choose. And then he says, love's a question, not an answer that you give, which is the opposite of a question. He's saying it's not that. It's not an answer. It's a question. He's repeating that, but like with different words. Saying love's a question that you know. What? Because, I mean, you know the answer, but an answer is still different from a question. So he's saying, like, it's still a question, but you know. Like, you're aware of this love. You're aware of what it is. So you know, but it's still a question. It's still a question. I love that he did that change there. I love. Oh wow. Okay. All right. Let's go. Yeah. Something that I know. Yeah. Yeah. Hey. Hey Roy, sing to us all nice and tenderly like that. You know what that does to me. Come on, sir. That's one of my favorites on the album. Once again, it's got tough competition, but that's a tremendous song. I just love the lyrical aspects to that song so much. We all know I love a good love song. We know that. We know I'm a sucker for that. And I'm a big time sucker for this song. Okay. NFF, No Fake Friends. I love that title, first of all. So this was the one that I was the most curious to hear going into the track list, just based off of the name of it, because this is an important topic to me. If he's going to go in the direction of this topic, we'll see. Okay.
I was sleeping on the sidewalk, no money, no car, everything I owned in a backpack. I had it like that. Hollywood, I had the night watch. Looked down at my stars, never had an option to fall back. But now I'm off track.
What?
Where did my friends go when I had nothing? I remember that. I made a list and I kept all the names to remember that.
Wow.
No fake friends.
Wow.
I don't want no fake friends.
Okay, two things. Number one, we went into the direction of the song title. I'm so here for that because, again, this is very important to me. And I love that he's just going right at it lyrically. And two, genre bending. Genre bending. He said, no, you won't put me into a genre when he made this album. I'm not going to compare him because I don't want to compare him. I don't like comparing. But there's just like elements of all types of different, not even artists, but like music that other artists make all over this. But like it's all over the place in that way, in the best way. So again, I haven't covered an album on the channel that bended a genre so much within one album. Let's go. Yeah.
I was up in all the fences and Morrison Park. Always hated school, so I dropped out. I'm taking off now. Got me turning to my senses. They ain't even on my radar. Bali with the fam for the new year. I'm seeing so clear. Where did my friends go when I had nothing? I remember that. I made a list and I kept all the names to remember that.
Yeah.
I don't want no fake friends around me.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't want no fake friends. I don't want no fake friends around me. I don't want no fake friends.
I love that line about like spending New Year's with the his family, because he's seeing clear now. He didn't even have to say like I'm not spending it with these friends or these formerly fake friends. He didn't even have to say it because he's already gotten his point across previous to that. The message of the song is again, for the fourth or fifth time, very important to me, and I just love that he went there with it, and I'm really vibing to this. Nice guitar back there. Yeah. Man, I literally got entranced at the end there. I was like, the way he outroed it was so smooth, and I'm just like, oh, it's gonna keep going, right? All right, self-explanatory, and I'm so here for it. Next is Roy voice memo. Roy is his name. Glad I already know that, or else I might have been confused. S1 Arrowhead. Yeah, let's see what this is.
You're preparing, like, okay, and you got like a super solid team to like Ryan, who's been with you, and and you guys learning each other, and you know he understands the vision, and like all that is important, as opposed to you the bubble bursting, and then you're trying to find pieces, you know.
Yeah, absolutely,
so you know, I think in retrospect, you're already doing that. You're already preparing for it. It's just the fear of when it happens.
Did it happen?
You're preparing, like, okay, and you got like a super solid team to like Ryan, who's been with you, and and you guys learning each other, and you know he understands the vision, and like all that is important, as opposed to you the bubble bursting, and then you're trying to find pieces, you know.
Yeah, absolutely,
so you know, I think in retrospect, you're already doing that. You're already preparing for it. It's just the fear of when it happens.
So I wonder whose voice that is and what the relationship to Roy is. I have no idea. I liked that there was like, it was almost like a typewriter sort of sound that was going on behind it, some soft piano. It's so fascinating to me that follows NFF, No Fake Friends. I'd be so curious to know what went behind this voice memo, and if it's like related to No Fake Friends, because this guy's pretty much telling Roy, like, you have, I think he said this person, Ryan, like, you're surrounded by good people, like, you've made the good choice in that way, which again makes sense to follow No Fake Friends. Like, he made sure he separated himself from that kind of circle, because that guy was telling him, you know, you have these good people surrounding you. It could be, as opposed to like what it could be, where you're preparing for like everything to just, he said, burst around you, but like, yeah, like everything could, you could lose everything, like everything could just explode, and then you're looking around like, oh, like what do we do when no one's there, because of who you surrounded yourself with. Like, thankfully you're not on that side of it because of who you've got by you, but it seems as if that's what you've prepared for anyway, is what he was saying, which is like kind of funny, but also kind of like, oh shit, like you're a little scarred, maybe, I don't know. I find that so fascinating, and that's the kind of thing that, because he followed it with No Fake Friends, and because he's just been someone who's really shown himself in a really transparent way in all his songs so far, it makes me that much more fascinated to know like like more of the meaning behind this, and whomever that voice was as well. Okay, Hell of a Night, track 10. Wow. Wow. What?
But this one ain't going away. I'm feeling lucky, that's the reason.
Yeah.
My superstition's gone away.
Oh.
I don't really know what you're trying to do, but you're never gonna win if you play to lose. If I get locked up, promise you'll bail me out. 'Cause it's gonna be alright. Let's have a good time, everybody.
Woo! Some of the man, I love when he goes there with his voice. He's only done it a handful of times, like 3 or 4 times in the album, which I actually like. I like when you show that restraint, because it hits you that much harder when you do it. But he's got some range, and when he shows it off, it just really hits you. Wow. Oh, wow. Man. Okay. Yeah.
Hands up and wave 'em to the ceiling. We got some trouble on the way. I'm
That's so ironic. I'm feeling lucky my superstition's gone away. Like, the word luck and superstition are very interesting words in comparison. Like they're almost brother sister words, but not the same really at all. But it's just so interesting for him to follow one with the other and say that like he's feeling lucky, but the superstition's gone away. That to me is fascinating. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah.
It's gonna be a hell of a night.
Okay, that just blends into Hell of a Night Part 2. The Hallelujah stick up. Funny, interesting. See where that goes. But what I really liked about that song is that he goes from these huge vocals, like huge, and then you do that, and then you follow that with kind of these really huge, heavy instrumentals, but they don't like clash with each other. Like you do one, and then you let the other just free to breathe, and that works so well because it's two completely different aspects that follow each other as well. Like I said, he's made such great choices with everything all over these songs throughout the album, like great choices, and that's why shout out to like who the production aspect of the song and the composition of all the songs in this album, I should say. Just so impressed. I'm so impressed. Okay, let's finish this part 2 here.
It's gonna be a hell of a night. It's gonna be a
Ooh.
Sirens call out, making this sound. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Backseat driving, blood in my mouth. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Buckle up, back it down, give us what we ask for. Skip the line,
Yeah.
take it like your passport. 'Cause when we walk in, need to see your hands away. It's gonna be a hell of a night.
Ooh, I like that. I get it now. The Hallelujah stick up. I get it. It's gonna be a stick up. I need to see your hands. But he's saying that in like a good way. Like I want to see your hands. Like it's gonna be a hell of a night. Like let's enjoy ourselves tonight.
It's gonna be a hell of a night. It's gonna be a
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be a backdoor right out, lost in this sound. Hallelujah, hallelujah.
I don't know which one I like more. It doesn't matter.
Red or white shoelace, nobody found.
I think this one.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
It's so interesting because his vocal delivery choice is so different on this one. It's much more relaxed and calmer, but it makes sense with the instruments. They're much more laid back and softer. They're so different. They're so different, but they follow each other so well.
Buckle up, back it down, give us what we ask for. Skip the line, cut it twice, fake it like your passport. 'Cause when we walk in, need to see your hands away.
Oh, that's the Hallelujah stick up. Put your hands up. Just put your hands up. It's so cool. And this one blends into Precious Time as well. We're a second in, I'm still hearing those kind of nighttime. That's also really cool. Hell of a night. And you have those nighttime sounds, like you have like those animals that you hear. I never quite figured out what those, I don't know if they're just birds or owls, who knows, making those noises back there. But that's what you hear when you walk outside at night and you're surrounded by like forest. And he's from California, so, or he said that he loves California and Mexico, so those are the sounds that you would hear at night in either of those places. So I love that touch on it, and the stick up. I just love that part too. He's like saying like, hallelujah stick up. He's not even saying it in like a religious way. Like that would be your first thought when you read that, hallelujah stick up. He's just saying literally like hallelujah is like you have your hand, you put your hands up, like, but like this is a great kind of stick up because we're just having a good time. All right, Precious Time, track 12.
Cause we never see our depth till we're underwater. And we never need our breath till we're underwater. Time ticking in your head going underwater. Wasting time, we know we can't change.
Oh!
Nobody else. Nobody else. Nobody else.
Okay, I'm gonna say really quick. This just makes me think right to the subject to flooding title and the album cover art. But yeah, let's see what he says here. I love this like powerful opening. Powerful. It's like pulls you in. Like start listening to me because I got some important stuff to say. Yeah. Oh. Damn. His vocals.
Like buffalo out on the plains. Precious time on your mind. Like Navajo blood in the veins. Precious time on your mind.
Come on, man.
Till we're underwater. And we never need our breath till we're underwater. Time ticking in your head going underwater. Wasting time, we know we can't change.
I love that climber wasting precious time. I love how when he does those belts, like first of all, this man's voice is tremendous. And then when he does those large belt vocals like he does here on the Wasting Precious Time, and like he's done a bunch of times throughout the album, they're mixed so well. Like sometimes they're very forward. Sometimes they're a little bit lower in the mix. But it's never the same. It's always a different kind of mix. It always depends on where it is in the album. Like there's a point in this song where it gets more forward, and there's another point where it sounds like it's more far back. And it's put in those spots intentionally because it just depends on where you are in the song. I love that he does that, and it's not always in the same way where it's gonna be like right in your face. Like he doesn't want it to be right in your face every time. Also, we have another super inspirational song, so that pattern continues. Oh, he's breathing. Is he out of the water? There's like a deep breath. Also, beautiful, like Spanish guitar kind of sound. He said he loves Mexico. I wouldn't be surprised if that's where he got this particular inspiration from. That's nice. That is nice. You know what's interesting about that is that that's very much kind of like if you had a stereotypical sound for like what you'd hear as you were rising up towards the pearly white gates of heaven, which is literally what he said in the beginning, trying to like picking that lock and like how your days are numbered, your time is numbered. You don't realize it until it's too late. Like you don't realize it until you're drowning and you need that air, and you need to like breathe. You don't realize it, like it's too late. You've been wasting all this precious time. When you envision that you're rising, like your time is gone, you're rising up there. This is kind of that sound you would hear this guitar. So I'm wondering if like this is what that's indicating, like your time has ended. I hope you didn't waste it, like all this precious time, because here it is. Although we heard the breath, it sounded like he's out of the water and he can breathe. It's almost as if he realized that, okay, like I've got a second chance at this. Like, okay, I realize how precious this time is, and all this. Like I've spent a lot of time drowning, or like. If it got to that point, I would have felt like I wasted all this precious time. There's so many different ways you could go with this, and I actually really appreciate that. But this whether I'm way off or way on, I just love the sound of this guitar, and like with the other instrumentals that are going on back there as well. It's such a nice mix. Yeah. There's like this sinister sound back there as well that does kind of indicate death as well, like something really tragic. Like that's a really tragic sound that's going on back there. Even that guitar is this really tragic sort of sound, and it all just makes me think really, really. Like it's really, really thought provoking, which has been all his music. Okay. Tragically, we're on to the last track of the album. I've enjoyed this tremendously, to say the least. But let's close it out. Let's see how we closed it out. This is Shine, track 13. Wow. Wow. Okay. Wow. Wow. Hold up. I wasn't ready for that. I went to grab my notebook, and that just threw me off. I'm gonna start this song over. Actually, I think this has a music video, and because I feel like I saw it when I first looked him up. And if it does, I would like to watch that if you're all okay with that. There's a lyric video. Let's just do the lyric video. Why not? Man, that sound just like overwhelmed me and engulfed me. The way it comes in, listen to that. Let's do this lyric video. It's just a lyric video, but we're gonna do it anyway. Ooh. Come on.
It's bad, really bad. I mean really, really, really bad. Seems like the world is going crazy, getting out of hand. They run the house and rig the game to get the upper hand. Man, I wish that life was like a movie. Maybe one of the classics. I like those movies a lot. Don't understand.
Okay, that I can't not point out the fact that I felt like some of these were scores, and he just said that. I mean, he didn't say that some of the sounds were scores, but he's pointing out movies and how he loves the classics. And I've been sitting here saying like 2 to 3 of the songs in this album start out like a movie score. So now I'm wondering if that's something he's actually inspired by. Okay, also this is again way different. His the amount of words he's getting in per bar, I guess you could say, on the delivery. Again, way different, genre bending.
They run the house and rig the game to get the upper hand. Man, I wish that life was like a movie. Maybe one of the classics. I like those movies a lot. Don't understand why people doing what they doing. All this violence is tragic, cause we could all get along. So let's change the world, we can start today. Know that everything's gonna be okay. Move oceans and earth, cause we got the faith. Know that everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
So everywhere I go, I'm gonna shine, shine, shine. Yeah, anywhere I go, I'm gonna shine, shine, shine. So sing it if you know you're gonna shine, shine, shine. I was in the clouds, now the sun's coming out, singing. When I rise to a brand new morning, I know the sun's gonna shine, shine down on me, shine, shine.
Wow.
When I rise to a brand new morning, I know the sun's gonna shine, shine down on me, shine, shine
Oh.
down on me. Sometimes it feels so hard to
That like waking up lyric has been another thing that's been a theme throughout this album, and that I find so fascinating with the rest of the sort of message that's going on in this song. I really like this a lot. I've been saying inspirational the whole album, and this is like the full epitome of that. So it's just a perfect way to close this album out.
sometimes it feels so hard.
Like to do those, sorry guys, but to do those, I always get a new thought every time I go back into the song, especially with this guy, especially when you do those group vocals. Like you have kind of this choir effect in the vocal, and that just like really emphasizes that sort of inspirational message that much more. Like we're all in the, like we're in this together, we can be in this together, you know, with what I'm saying here.
Sometimes it feels so hard to keep your ground. It's like an earthquake under your feet, but you're in the sea, so you're gonna drown. And everyone's against you, from your family to your country. It's so hard to continue watching home runs while you bunting. Nothing can stop you.
All right, I'm a big baseball fan, so we gotta hear that one again. We have to.
Ground. It's like an earthquake under your feet, but you're in the sea, so you're gonna drown. And everyone's against you, from your family to your country.
Everyone's against you, from your family to your country. That's literally everyone. Your family is immediate. Your country is literally what engulfs you, like physically, like where you live. That's literally everyone being against you, and your country being against you. That speaks for a large amount of people, unfortunately. So that is heavy, and he's speaking for all of you.
It's so hard to continue watching home runs while you bunting.
It's hard to continue watching home runs while you're bunting. Okay, all right. Oh, okay, Roy. You're not winning. You're not getting, like, you're seeing all these home runs. You might turn on the TV. You might watch the news. You see it everywhere on social media. You see all these people winning. That's the best way to put it. All these people are winning. All these people are hitting home runs. Like they're rounding the bases. They're getting a full run. Like a home run is the most you can do in baseball. It's the biggest thing you can do on the field, the most rewarding thing that you can do. And bunting is the literal opposite, essentially, as far as how far you'd hit the ball anyway. Like you bunt, and that ball lands right in front of you. So you're seeing all these people winning, and perhaps, you know, however they are winning, you know, maybe they didn't work for it. Who knows? Maybe they did. I don't know where I'm not sure. But either way, like, it still hurts. It still hurts you because you're seeing all that, and, like, you just can't get that ball any further than right in front of you. But yet you keep seeing everyone else, like, do the very opposite. And it's, like, it's painful. It's, like, so heavy.
Nothing can stop you from doing what you believe. When life was not a celebration, I had dreams and then I made them something.
Yeah.
Teaching could ever teach. We're all the same in every nation, gender of my generation.
Oh. Oh.
Everything's gonna be okay. Move oceans and earth, 'cause we got the faith. Know that everything's gonna be okay. So everywhere I go, I'm gonna shine, shine, shine. Yeah, anywhere I go, I'm gonna shine, shine, shine. So sing it if you know you're gonna shine.
Okay. I love this. Oh, go ahead, Roy. Good.
a brand new morning. I know the sun's gonna shine, shine down on me. Shine, shine down on
Man. Okay, so everyone that knows me knows I'm a huge Zayn fan, and when Begin Again came out with him and Ingrid Michaelson, that song to me was like the perfect definition for like what went on in 2020 and how we could somehow heal, because that song was all about beginning again. Like everything that happened yesterday was really terrible, but we had this opportunity today to wake up, literally wake up and begin again and start a new day and like try and move forward and like we're like focus on all the positives and do what we can to move forward. This has that totally same message. This came out before Begin Again, obviously. So I really love this song. I really love the message of it, and it's that exact message of when you wake up, like when the sun shines and you have a new day to rise up and that sun is shining, like you have a new day to go at your dreams and you know, do what you can to just accomplish whatever you want to accomplish. Like, let's get out there and we can do this. Like we can all win here. Like there's something for all of us here. And again, that's why that chorus with that choir effect is so effective. And then him doing that belt at the start of that last chorus, such a good move, such a good decision. I've said that throughout the whole album, that he makes those decisions so wisely. All right. Okay. There's one more track that I want to listen to before we wrap this up. And it is Happy Face. And I don't know why it's not on the album. It's aside from the album. I don't know why I'm so wildly intrigued by this song, but it's something about the album cover and what he's been preaching throughout all these messages, and then seeing an album cover like that and a song called Happy Face. It's like I literally can't not listen to this song. I have to. So we don't normally do this. We usually just keep the album together as a whole, but it's the only other song I see from him, and we're gonna do it because I particularly enjoy the cover and the title and everything else he's been saying. So let's do Happy Face. What? Hey, what? See, okay. I'm so happy I just listened to this. We're ticking like a time bomb. I know this is way after the album, right? But there's already hints of that message from the album. We're ticking like a time bomb. We only have so much time. So put on a happy face. And this just knocks. Just has like a beat to it that really just knocks, and I'm enjoying it. I'm not surprised by anything anymore with this guy because I just went through an entire album and got so many different sounds. Okay, we're ticking like a time bomb. And then the way he delivers that, too, with the production inside of that little, we're ticking like a time bomb. Oh. Wow. Yeah. Hollywood on your timeline telling you what to wear and what to like and how to be. Hollywood on your timeline telling you what to wear, what you like, and how to be. The direct reference to social media. Also fascinating, going back to the line, not in this song, but previously talking about everyone's hitting home runs while you're hitting a butt. They're not totally the same, but there's a little bit of a connection there. This is more so like you see, like everything's trying to influence you, everything's trying to tell you what to do, and he's saying like, no, go your own way, do it how you feel like you need to do it. Put on this happy face. All right, come on, I really like that line. On your timeline telling you what to wear and what to like and how to be. Say, I'm happy Yeah, I'm happy. I'm good. Don't tell me Hollywood. And this is what I said before. Where like his music is so inspirational, but it's not preachy in that way. It's not. It's like more of like a we can come together and do this, not like do this. And that's such an important difference. Oh. What was that? I'm trying to listen. It is so interesting to me how he approaches the topic of death quite often, but like not in a morbid sense, more in like a more in that inspirational sense, more in that like, hey, like you only have so much time, so be happy while you're here. Like, or in other songs, like, do what you can to accomplish what you want to accomplish, like your dreams, whatever they might be. Like, long time coming, like, work your way through that darkness, like, don't let that overcome you. Like, it all, like, down to you, like, it literally all comes down to you. Like, what's beautiful about that is that he plays with that topic of death, like, as not plays with, but, brings it up, like, it's a definite thing in a lot of his music, not all of it, but some of it, and it's not morbid. It's like inspirational in a way, in a very strong way, but it's different in every song too. Like the way he approaches it is different constantly. It's not the same thing over and over again, and every song sounds so different. Like I said before, genre bending, like I said before 20 times at least, and it's just so, I said it and I want to say it because we're wrapping up here, again, is that when you get messages in a song like this, it just hits so much different when it's coming from someone who is approaching the lyrical message in a way where it's not preachy, and it's more like coming from like a, this is what I'm going through, this is what I've been through, so hopefully this can help you. It's more so that way. It's not like do this, do that, do this, do that. Especially when you listen to his whole body of work, and I really enjoy that. And it makes like those love songs hit that much harder when you have that. It makes like No Fake Friends hit that much harder when you have that. Songs that talk about other stuff like Good Day and No Fake Friends. Songs that talk about things like that just hit so much harder when it comes to that. Hell of a Night hits so much harder. Just talking about let's like go out and just have a good time because we've done all this to get to this point. That hits that much harder when you have the content of everything else that we've gotten. I absolutely adore this album. I have no other way to put that. This is one of my favorites I've covered, and I can't possibly be more excited to see what he's got coming, because he is just incredibly impressive in all aspects, vocally, lyrically, as a human being. The production of all the songs here, and his ability to approach things differently, from a genre perspective, and not really be encompassed into one, makes me think about the next album and like be totally just like, I don't know what he's gonna do. He's just gonna do Roy stuff. He's just gonna do Jagwar Twin stuff, and that's exactly what we all want and what I want. No matter what he does, I feel like I know I'm gonna be impressed. So thank you all of you for introducing me to him. This has been a wonderful experience checking him out, but there's a lot more to come. So hopefully you stick around for that. Great job on this, Roy, Jagwar Twin. killed this. Subject to Flooding. Go stream that, guys. I'll catch you all later. Peace.